Hey friends, hope you well. 8 Sleep just dropped the new Pod 5 and I'm keen to unbox this, test it over the week as someone who's been using 8 Sleep products for years to improve my sleep quality. This new Pod 5 Ultra comes with some significant updates like a temperature controlled blanket cover, physical buttons, and even an integrated speaker into the frame. So let's unbox this, test it over the week, and I want to thank 8 Sleep for partnering with me on this video. So we've got quite some few big boxes here because the Pod 5 isn't just a mattress cover anymore, it's a full-on sleep ecosystem, and here's what I mean. So we've got the Pod Hub itself, which is still at the center of controlling everything. Then we've got the bed base that lays onto your existing bed frame, the cover that goes over your existing mattress, sort of like a fitted sheet for temperature control. And now we've even got a hydro-powered blanket cover that also regulates temperature, which I'm really keen to test. So there's a few things to install and you'll absolutely want to get a hand with the unboxing and installation. It's all pretty heavy and there's a lot to set up, but thankfully it is pretty straightforward with the app guiding you along the way. So this interesting new pod blanket actually connects right up to the pod cover, and how it works is it mirrors the exact temperature of the pod cover separately on each side of the bed. So now because you have the blanket and the cover working together, it creates this sort of sandwich effect where you're in between temperature regulated bedding. So 8 Sleep claims that it delivers twice the cooling and heating coverage in theory anyway. So I'll give this a proper test for a few nights and then report back later in this video. The other new feature are these tactile buttons on the side of the pod cover. They're a small touch, but a nice upgrade when manually adjusting temperature or elevation without using your phone. Previously on the Pod 4, I had to tap the side of the bed numerous times for different functions, which worked fine, but buttons are definitely a more convenient design, especially when I found myself forgetting if it was like 2 or 3 taps to bring the temperature up or down. Then there's the Ultra Base, which has been a total game changer for me since using it on the Pod 4 Ultra. I really underestimated how enjoyable and how useful it would be for the entire bed to elevate and lounge back on, or even set it to a zero gravity position to help ease pressure on the body. It's a whole lot more comfortable than leaning against the wall or bed frame, and I know that it's a total luxury for an entire bed to basically elevate and recline, but it is a luxury that does go a long way in helping unwind from the day, kick back and read a book in bed or watch content, even though, yes, technically we shouldn't be looking at screens right before bed. But yeah, the entire value here is in helping you unwind and sleep better. But maybe of all the new features, the new built-in speaker system is the standout feature. It's a feature that I think makes a whole lot of sense for 8 Sleep to engineer into the pod. Being able to play guided meditations or white noise to slowly drift into sleep is a dream feature, pun unintended. So now that it's all set up, I'll report back on how the new Pod 5 ecosystem feels, including that new speaker system, the sleep experience, and the updated app with Autopilot AI. So after testing the Pod 5 Ultra for a few nights, it's definitely a step up from the Pod 4 Ultra and a huge step up from the Pod 3 I first used a few years back. The biggest difference is, unsurprisingly, the Pod 5 cover and blanket working together. It really takes the temperature regulation to another level. I think the best way that I can describe the difference is like previously on really hot nights, the Pod 4 cover would do a really good job keeping me cool, but sometimes the quilt and doona cover would feel a little too warm on a warm night. So I'd leave like a leg out, for example. Now I don't need to do that because there's a layer above and below me. So there's top to bottom thermal regulation and it's a noticeable temperature difference. Really, the only thing missing now is for the pillow to be temperature controlled. As for the new speaker system, it was quite interesting. It's super handy being able to play guided meditations and soothing sounds literally right from your bed base. But truthfully, don't expect the speaker system to compare to a high-end dedicated speaker, especially because the speaker is underneath the bed, and so the soundstage is generally muffled. I'm not planning to listen to music in bed or anything like that. So for the purpose of playing soundscapes and meditations, it's more than enough. I do wish the speaker was built into the side of the bed, for example, but having a speaker built into your bed is an absolute luxury that the Pod 5 Ultra gives you. 8Sleep's Autopilot still remains one of the main reasons to invest into the pod ecosystem because it's an AI-driven system that learns your sleep stages and general biometrics to best adjust temperature, elevation, and even wake-up timing to hit peak recovery in sleep. The whole goal and idea of 8Sleep's pod is to give you an extra hour of quality sleep every night, and Autopilot is a big part of that. Like for example, in the app, you can see all the adjustments Autopilot made here to help me sleep last night, and it's made over 10,000 adjustments across 500 plus nights. So most of these temperature changes are seamless, but I've also noticed that I get most of my deep sleep early in the night, and I need to cool down during this sleep stage, especially on the nights I'm really active, like when I play tennis, and Autopilot does that all automatically in the background for me. So with the Pod 5, Autopilot has actually also been updated this generation to include preventative health tracking, which is super handy. This basically means new insights into stats like abnormal heartbeats, disrupted breathing, or sudden changes in HRV to give you a heads up on what's happening with your body in advance. I can't tell you how many times seeing signal markers like my HRV drop, and that has helped prevent me from getting completely unwell. And I really appreciate the fact that I don't need to charge and wear a separate device to bed to get access to these daily health reports because, well, it's all built into the bed itself. It's also good to see the 8Sleep app updated since it's at the heart of the entire experience. The updated interface means the new health reports are easier to read than ever. At a glance, the green and red dots quickly show me what went wrong and what went right with my sleep. There's also some clutch new features like setting a smart alarm that gently wakes you up. So instead of waking up in the middle of a sleep cycle, which means waking up feeling really groggy, the smart alarm wakes you up as you're finishing your natural cycle. The app is also where you can set up custom elevation positions and snoring autopilot to help reduce snoring. But yeah, the app and its features are continually improving, which is good to see. Overall, these are pretty significant changes from both the Pod 3 and 4, and I think it's clear that 8Sleep is moving to a full end-to-end sleeping assistant and solution. The biggest gripe I've always personally had is its big price tag because it starts at a little under $3,000 US, so it's absolutely an investment and not an impulse purchase. But after using the Pod 3, 4, and now 5, I can say now with full confidence that it is well worth the investment, and I would absolutely still be endorsing 8Sleep myself, even if it wasn't for me partnering with them. It's really had a positive impact on my life. It's genuinely improved my sleep quality, sleep habits, and overall energy levels during the day, and that is, I think, priceless. And I know it's thanks to the pod system because when I'm sleeping elsewhere in hotels without 8Sleep, I'm waking up more frequently throughout the night, and overall sleep quality suffers because I can feel it during the day. If you are interested in the Pod 5 though, make sure you check out the link below because 8Sleep's giving my audience a full $350 off the Pod 5 Ultra with a 30-day return policy too. If you made it to the very end of this video, comment the code word GOODNIGHT and I'll give it a like for watching until the end. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.